spirit, mind, peace. It's actually fantastic. Today's been a wonderful day already. It's just after 10. Yeah, I'm sorry, my bad. It is 10:16 here in the desert, and it's been interesting. Oh no, my feather. First of all, someone gave me this feather yesterday. I thought that was really cool. Um, Today, I went to visit a neighbor, an old neighbor of mine, in my old apartment complex where I first started doing, was the beginning of my live streams there? I think so. I think technically you could say that that apartment is where my YouTube, internet, social media thing started. I mean, at least like the live stream would have probably been that apartment. So anyway, I went and saw a neighbor I used to sit with and have coffee in the morning. And it's funny, there's that song from Miguel, Coffee in the Morning. So you guys will remember her as Patty B. I was on my way out this morning and I saw her walking a dog, and I was like, you know what? Let me call Patty B, see what's up. I'll check in with her. So it was an interesting conversation. It was 2 hours hanging out. Patty B's got about 20 years on me. And we were just discussing the things that were going on in the complex since I'd left. Um, I want to say this sardonically. One of the older women who would show up frequently and at least speak in my live streams, or you may never see her. You may not have seen her. She may have been on camera once or twice. Um, Her life has taken a turn for the worse, so to speak. She lost her mother just before I moved out, and it was seeing life has begun unraveling ever since. The entire facility. It's ironic how that happens, though. Like the two people down on the end, two apartments down on the end, had bed bugs after I left. And then these, I've only been gone since May, right? Since the end of May. And then simultaneously, or not at the same time, but, um, and that can't be coincidentally, when I left the Gospel Rescue Mission, not too long after that, they got bed bugs there too. It's weird. So strange. I don't know. It's recognizing that some of the things, that God's lining up your life for you. He'll leave you little clues, like for instance, this knife. So I used to carry a pocket knife a long time ago. When I went from Memphis to North Carolina, I lost it. I mean, from North Carolina to Memphis, I lost it because when I had to deal with the whole um, going into the hospital situation, they took it from me and I never got it back. But, that was the beginning of people trying to take things from me that were mine, you know? And that will go on for a few years. People trying to unravel me, pick my brain apart, take from me the things that were most important to me. And as I have rebuilt my life and healed myself of so many painful things, just just the overall understanding of what I offered to family and friends and how they chose to treat me. That alone was enough, right? And then to find out everything else that had to go on with it. Whoever just popped into my live stream and just recorded this is on two of you, one of y'all got into a fight recently. Spirit says that you got into fisticuffs. Your spirit team must be older. You're older. I hope that you won the fight. But we should probably stop doing that. It's a lot easier to not put your hands on people. So unless there was a valid reason to, which Spirit says it was a good reason. Spirit says it was a valid reason. Um, Even still, you know, we just want to try to keep our hands to ourselves. There's been many times when I wanted to knock the full blown shit out of somebody. especially after this most recent ex put his hands on me, bruh. I wanted to, woo, put him underneath that apartment complex. But you know what? I just think I got. What kind of dingbat? What kind of dingbat? You gotta be a real freaking dingbat for your person to die, be resurrected by the Most High, come back with obvious spiritual gifts, and think you're gonna put your hands on them and live to see Christmas. You got to be fucked up about you. March says, "Hey JP, it's the magical soul fucking unicorn. Can't stay. Be blessed. Be well." Thank you, March, for hitting the like button. I hope you and the Grimmins are doing something productive today and staying out of the way, which is what I am doing. And it has been an absolute blessing. Every moment of it. Like, I do. I get up in the morning and I still feel some type of way. I'm like, you know what, Lord? It's a blessing in disguise. I get it, but bruh, we gonna fight about this shit every day until you fix it. And God's like, you know what? I made you. I know what it is. I know how you gonna talk to me. Let's just go and handle this business. You right? You said yes. You did meet Sister Enach here. You know, Sister Enach. I don't know. She cloud watching these days. Um, yeah, it's one of those things. Like not even having. Still, sometimes I do wonder. You know what happened to some of the people who've done me harm because you have to understand. Before they harmed me, they were just human beings that I was willing to help. So I saw something in them. I saw their plight. I'm not gonna say that I saw them in this like, ooh, you're gonna grow up one day to be king, none of that type thing. Yet I could see where they were in their journey. I could meet them on it and try to help them along. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, they didn't see the value in that. And now, too late, they see the value in me. I know you watch my live streams. I wish you would stop. I'm not going backwards in my life, ever. Yes, one day, soon and very soon, I will be a great man's wife. You are not a great man. You weren't to me. You did terrible things to terrorize me, to control me. You wanted to turn me into a victim. When you couldn't do that, you did your best to make a monster out of me. But you see, today in the light of day and with all clarity, I was never your problem. And as I always promised, I would be your solution. So welcome to your karma. This is your life. This is your lived experience. This is what you will witness. Stop killing kittens. And by that I mean, stop watching my live streams and rubbing one out. That shit's fucking gross. I am not interested in what we had. It is in the past and it was bad. And that's whether I'm talking to Dana, Daniel, Robert, any other motherfuckers that came before. You put your hands on me physically. You won't have any reason to go back and do this thing again. We're exes for a reason, and I do not step in dog shit twice. There's the energy of someone who wants to fight with me, but not in a fight. You need to get a grip on your life and decide what you're gonna do. Barbecue and mildew. Shit or get off the pot. Speaking of pot, I need a blunt. This morning though, I had a big old cup of fresh coffee, and that was so freaking wonderful. It was delicious. But right now, I could use a blunt, a blanket, Snacks. Snacks are always good. A blunt, a blanket, snacks. Uh, and to lay out in the sun and nap, I think. I had tea all day yesterday, March. Thank you very much. I had spiced chai tea all day yesterday, okay? Which, by the way, had me going to pee twice as much as I normally do. I think that might be part of the reason why I do not want to be drinking tea. Like, I feel like I go potty so much more with tea than I do anything else. It's just absolutely crazy. It drives me bonkers. Um, there's someone trying to cloak their energy. What's wrong with you? I mean, you can cloak it, and mostly because I don't care. You're just out there in the ethers. What are you gonna do? Mess up my algorithm? Not really. Can we talk about this? Yo. Shout out to Will and Jada for finessing y'all for like 7 years, 8 years. They been out here making y'all think that they was all. First of all, let's be real. Let's kind of play. I'll take it back. I don't think any of us thought that they were in love. I don't think any of us thought that they were in love. I don't think any of us thought that they still. If you have been in a loveless marriage, you know it. You see it. You can feel that shit. So it was like, by the time we get around to the point where Will is slapping Chris for Jada, that was like, you could feel it. You could feel that these two people, they don't love each other no more. They doing this for show. How do I know? Because if you go back and look at that video, he is sitting there laughing at what Will said. At what Chris said. It's not until the on the side get upset that he got to go up there and do something to protect her pride. So y'all won't know that they ain't together no more, because her irrelevant ass will go on camera like she's just done and tell everybody Will Smith and I ain't been together in 7 years. Y'all done gave this man movie after movie, deal after deal, hyped him up to be the baddest, coolest black dad that there ever is. And he been lying to y'all for 7 fucking years. 7 years he been lying to y'all. And y'all been eating that shit up and serving it out to your communities like dessert. She been lying too, but she was irrelevant in the first place. So you can't be mad about that shit. You damn straight she gonna do what she gotta do to make sure she can keep that money going. Oh, because if we've been separated for 7 years, I got about a 7.5-year itch on my ass. I'm getting ready to scratch. And if you think Will ain't already been scratching it or about to, well, you might want to ask who he been scratching it with. I mean, he been making a lot of money out here before the pandemic. Black folks get rich like that. How they get rich like that? Who did they sell what to? I'm a Hershey. Mind my business. Get back in my bubble over here. But I'm just saying. He laughed. Jada gave him that look, and he went up there and did what he had to do to sell y'all a story that they still together, that they still love each other, that she's so damn special to him in that G.I. Jade ass outfit, that somehow, man, bye. Chris wasn't wrong. That is too freaking funny to me. I apologize. That is too freaking funny. Because you can see it. You can see. Listen. When they started doing them red table talks, and Will was just sitting there crying silently, well, that was the agreement to get away from her. That was the agreement. You ain't gonna sleep with me no more, but you are going to do this show with me. And whatever comes out of my mouth, you gonna take it. Because we both been in this shit. We both been dirty. And if I'm going to go down, you going to go down. But before I go down, I'm going to make this dollar holler. And you going to help me do it. I want to ask y'all something. I want you to think about this. This is just out of my head. I ain't saying nobody did shit. Okay. Jada Pinkett Smith in love with Tupac Shakur. Will Smith, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I'm gone from rapper to television star to movie star. And the man that my wife loves the most has been murdered. You think it's a coincidence? We're in the same industry. Do you think I might have known about it, whether or not I had anything to do with it? Now we're finding out there was a cover up and this, that, and the third. Did I know? Did my wife know? What did we do? What did we say? Just some questions. That's all. What up, Matriarch? How's your spirit? I am peace. I'm fantastic, actually. Look at that. March is so excited he get to play with his homie Matriarch. Although March did that thing that he does from time to time where he was like, I'm here, but I can't type. And then he typed for the next 20 minutes. I love me some March. Y'all, I can't even see how long I've been live. I wish I had another device so that I could show you how badly battered and bruised this device is. But literally, there are cracks all through the screens everywhere. And, pardon me. In the top left corner where the live is and the number count and that thingy, it's like little black dots. Like I don't even have pixels up there anymore. It's so weird. Like when I look at it, it's because there's holes in the screen. I anticipate like I should be able to see through a hole through my hat and my hair, which is just nuts. You know, Matriarch came out the clouds. You know. I'm gonna let that go. Matriarch, type it in the chat. I'm not gonna put it down there. That was you. That wasn't me. Go on with your thoughts. You already starting. Why are you so messy this early? What time is it? I can do that much. It is 10:33 in the desert. You've been here all of 2.5 minutes. At least that we know in the chat. Why are you gonna go? Why you gonna do like that? He's spiritually. He said he'll drop out the clouds for me anytime. However, if I talk that stuff right now, then he gonna feel some type of way because that ain't true. That ain't true at all. I'm a hush. I'm gonna behave. I'm behaving. Listen, y'all. Listen. If you understand, it's like these tiny little nudges. No, you did not. Don't you dare put that on me, Matriarch. See? That's that trickery right there. That's the mind games you be playing. We're going to talk about this bullshit. Talking about you heard me call my thoughts calling you. I wasn't calling you. What was I calling you for? What did I say? Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is J2. Listen, y'all not finna start. Listen, we can go ahead and do this. It is Wednesday. It's hump day. I got time on my hands. How about you? I am independent and free to do what the hell I please. And oh, by the way, yes, very much single. I am as single as can be. I do not care. I don't care what y'all say about what's going on in the spirit realm until there is something on one of these fingers. Until there is something. And yeah, leave me alone. Quit playing with me. What you say? I know you. Listen, March. If anybody stay on CP time, it is you, March. You told me June or July. Do you know what time of year it is? Do you know what month it is? It's October. You are so behind. You so out of pocket, out of line, out of time. We gonna fight, March. You just wait. You just wait. Don't be laughing at me, Matriarch. Don't be laughing at me. Either you tell your truth or I do. And I'm telling you, it's coming soon because it's irritating me. You just keep poking the I am thankful, grateful, and blessed. Better. Sometimes so when it's spirit, it's like a little bit of a nudge. When it's someone who's speaking to you telepathically, it's a nudge, and you can almost feel it. And then there are times when someone is so sassy or they're the feeling so intense, it's almost like they are pushing you. So in this moment, upon Eric's trying to tell me that I was a little bit too exposed because my jacket was open and my shoulder was showing, and you know how the Muslim men are. So he had the audacity to ask me, like he asked me about my jacket, and then he made a comment technically in the spirit realm about the way that I was dressed. Just like, you need to cover up yourself. That's why I look like, who the hell are you? My bad. My bad. No. You want to be, you spiritually, you want to tell me how I'm supposed to live my life. What you're not going to do is sit down up and no, get your ass to the front. Matter of fact, you need to be up here at the, hey, March. Do you think this is a good day for an altar call, March? It is Wednesday after all. He said it's the grilling they take. Yes, your gremlins do take a lot of breaks, and man, slow and messy, and have a habit of doing more damage than good. Now, Von Erich, back to you. The least you could do is come and sit in the front row. Come sit in the front pew, right? Come sit in the front row, right? Get your notepad and your paper, your pen, whatever, and take notes, and then turn your assignments in. You have a very bad habit of not turning in your homework. That's your issue, Von Erich. You need to start turning in your assignments. March, on the other hand, he's getting passed for coming to class because with all the issues that him and his gremlins got, he got his hands full. It's a lot. It's a lot. Sister Enid, she's still trying to get that fellow to make her that hope drink. So I'll tap in with that either. Oh, they talk mad. This is the thing about your gremlins, March. Your gremlins talk mad smack, and they can't even back it up. At least, in the movie, they was kind of, they were scary. Not your gremlins. Not your gremlins. Welcome back, Laura. How's your spirit? Thanks for joining again. So, I mean, the complex that I used to live in has like really gone to heck in a handbasket. Not that it wasn't already, because like when I moved in, the dude upstairs from me was selling G. The dude next door to him was manufacturing and supplying. Almost a third of the complex was buying. It was just a situation. And the next thing I know is some older folks move in, and well, that's a different population of mess. And in the middle is this like busybody who turns out today to be one of the ones having the roughest go of it. Again, though, like I said, given the opportunity to help or be helped, they chose neither. So now their life's on fire, and they want someone to put it out for them. I don't think that that's something that we should do. Spiritually, someone is asking if I ever worked at Duke University. I did. 2000 something. 17. I worked at the Divinity Cafe on Duke campus, right beside the chapel. I was there the day, I believe that the president is still the same one. I was there the day that they were, what do you call it? Let's just say inaugurated, for lack of a better word. We were the only facility open on that side of campus the day of the event, and I think we served 1,800 people from like 11:30 to 1 or 2 o'clock. It's one of the best days that that woman had ever had, and she turned around and fired me over some bullshit. Yeah, but she was one of those white ladies. You know, the type of white lady who wants to have a black best friend. She's so excited to have a black woman around her. She's going to tell Oliver, girl, let me tell you about the time that I did this. Let me tell you about the time that I had a black man. I don't want to know. Not because I have some type of prejudice or bias, because I don't really give a shit about where anybody puts their adult parts unless they're my person. And then I know exactly where they're going. And, you know what I'm saying? Hey, she wanted to find these she wanted to find commonalities. Yet, instead of finding commonalities based on skill, intellect, acumen, she wanted commonalities based on race, beauty, impactfulness. And I wasn't interested. I don't want to be your friend. I have a job to do. You sign my paycheck. I am not providing to you any more information about my day living than absolutely necessary, nor am I required to. So you can know how old I am. You can know how many children I have. That's because when we're working, it's just a real thing, right? You can know my age. You can know how many children I have. You can know my race. You can know my sexual orientation. You are not entitled to any more information, and you damn sure are not entitled to my story. I don't owe you conversation and chit chat on a regular basis. It's, hey, how's your spirit? What you need me to do outside of the normal routine today? We got an event coming. We got this going on. That I am not here to be your homegirl. Find some other black girl for that. Some of you all do definitely need a female black role model to help you understand what it means to stand up for your name without all that crying and whining and shit. See, now don't get me wrong. There are women today who look like me who will do that caring shit. But it's fade out. It's faded. The more you all do it, the more that it's diminished. Men can see, people can see, the community can see that you're using your emotions to manipulate. You are no different than the narcissist. And we're sick of both of you. So, I, along with the Most High, my spiritual team, and my ancestors, have made it a mission to punt kick you about this bitch. If you can't take the heat, stay out the kitchen. This is not difficult. It's not even rocket science. It's basic math. You can't take me out my element. I'm the earth. I already know who my sun is. My moon phases. I'm way behind me. You shouldn't try. March Harris says JP's my favorite team. FSU is 5-0. Okay, if I knew the war chant, I would. Kudos to FSU. I don't think I have a favorite team. I tell you what I used to tell people when I was working in North Carolina, because well, you may not know. I worked basically in the triangle, so Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill. I worked in all three cities. By the way, I was blacklisted Raleigh. In Raleigh. Okay. Anyway, okay, let me tell you, first of all, I would tell anybody, I don't have a favorite team. Whatever I'm sitting in, that's my team, long as the check clears. So if I was working in Chapel Hill, all right, Tar Heels all day long. If I'm out in Raleigh, Wolfpack, here we go. I'm ready. I got you. You understand? Okay. So anyway, I was working for this guy, and he had locations. They were technically kind of all in Raleigh, though one of them at least pushed up into Durham. So his name, I think, was Gino or Giovanni something or other. This was another one of them. Okay, so this was weird. So he's this like Italian dude, right? And he wanted to tell us how big and bad he was. So he tells his entire staff how he had killed this dude. Right, so we're supposed to believe that he's this badass mafioso or whatever who slaughtered somebody. Eventually, we go look up the doggone police report, and it was an accident. Like he accidentally stabbed the dude and he died. Or like he stabbed him and he didn't expect for it to be a fatal injury or some shit like that. Like he wasn't like murder, rah, rah. You know what I'm saying? It just turned out that way. So anyway, long story short, I was working for him. And hey, child, Rashad Wallace, is that your name? Did you play? You played in the NBA, right? I want to say it was Rashad Wallace. You played in the NBA, and you came down one day for an event at one of his restaurants, and that was right around the same time. I was not working at the restaurant that day. I was at another location. But anyway, so after that was one of the reasons why I was like, yeah, hell no, I can't work here. You have no integrity. Because here's what happened. Behind the scenes, we had this chicken that had been sitting too long because he was just opening the new restaurant and it wasn't moving yet. So a lot of things were sitting instead of moving it around, so on and so forth. He had like a soft opening, and then you have an opening, so on and so forth. So anyway, he had this stuff that they call, I think out east, they call it something a speedy. Like it's chicken marinated in Italian dressing, basically. Okay, so here's what he did though. So he had this bin of chicken that was going bad. You could smell it. And when I say you could smell it, you could get the hints of chicken going bad. It wasn't just the blood that you could smell. Like if you washed it off, it would smell like fresh chicken again. No, it was like old blood and the hints of chicken starting to go bad. So what did he do? He had someone who was brand new. This was like their second day. Wash it in salt and lemon juice, and then douse it in Italian dressing. And he went to serve that to the people. That night, I went out with my coworkers. We had drinks, and after I was done drinking, I emailed him a letter letting him know how disgusting I thought he was, everything that I felt about his filthy facilities, so on and so forth, and told him that I quit, never looked back. And here's the hiccup in that. Here's the hiccup. One of my chefs had gotten me that position. And he was in touch with a lot of with the school because, he did hiring of culinarians. So he give a lot of people jobs, right? He did, actually. So while I wasn't wrong in my standards and my integrity, I was wrong in my approach. One, I would have been better off forewarning the instructors who helped me to get the position. And two, I would have been better had I gone in and resigned in person instead of sending him an email, right? So what he did, though, because he does hire all over the area, he blacklisted my name from Raleigh, Durham, and Chapel Hill. I was still able to work, one, because, baby, boo-boo the fool. Don't get it twisted. Not only did I graduate at the top of my class, because I'm fucking talented. And when you look at my resume and my bona fides, it all lines up. So yeah, you tried it. You ain't gonna do this, you ain't gonna do that, right? But with him, I was only gonna be making $15 an hour. By the time that I left the state, I was making $52,000 a year. So at the end of the day, you can't stop me. And that's what he learned. But you gotta understand one more thing about this entire thing. I went to the Art Institute of Raleigh. This is where everyone wants to be the next big art something, except for me. All I wanted to do was achieve my dreams. So while I was industry adjacent and the industry was straight up in my motherfucking face, I wasn't chasing. Do you know why? Because I have integrity. Because if I want to know something about you, I'm just going to walk up and say, hey, how you doing today? My name is Janine. I would like to know blah, 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 blah. Or turn it the other way around. I ain't out here. Listen, the honest truth is, I ain't out here looking at nobody or nothing. I'm running my own race. I don't compete with anybody but me. I can compete with my ass every day. At this point, I compete with myself every. What can I do different from the last hour? How can I grow from 15 minutes ago? I'll give you a prime example. Before I started this live stream, I wanted to take a nap. I don't even know how long I've been live, but ooh, look at me. I'm ready now to go over there and meditate, maybe stretch a bit, and then I'll think about taking a nap. I figure out what I'm going to eat the rest of my afternoon, or not, because I'm free to do what the fuck I want to. And that's what pisses them off the most. Despite everything that they did to me, blackballing me in every way they could, whether it was in the physical, in the spiritual, whether it was in North Carolina, whether it was in Arizona, whether it was on the internet, social media, it don't matter. You have not been able to fucking stop me. I am a beast. Now you want to join me. Oh, it's going to cost you. And I am not talking about a nominal fee, baby. So you might as well go ahead and get started paying out those dividends. We ain't even gotten around to it. That's possible. Mark, that meat was so spoiled. And then he had the audacity to have like culinary students come in and want to show them different things and blah blah. I'm like, no, 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 no. You're not going to do anything but teach these students bad habits. If they paid the money to go to school, the least they should get from it is proper training. That's it. That's all. Exactly, Marjorie. I am the ish. And they was mad about that shit. Always have been, always will be. That's a them problem, not a me problem. You know what's funny, you guys? I may not like get rid of this phone. I'm going to like get new equipment eventually, but I may not get rid of this phone because at certain points the crack has this little ring around it, and it sits right here as if my third eye is just burning. Which, by the way, is wide open. I can see y'all coming. The spiritual team got me backed up. Angels, God. I mean, y'all might as well just stop, but you won't. Y'all don't know how to. I've been live for 37 minutes. Thank you, March. I appreciate you. Yeah, so I hung out with Patty B. I had a big old cup of coffee. I had a small breakfast, bacon, eggs, and a piece of toast. Uh, I hear that song. What was it? Let me get you. Is it let me get you on your toes or let me keep you on your toes? Whatever it is. Um, and someone says I'm doing the most. Someone's watching one of my old videos because I used to say you're doing the most and the least simultaneously. So someone has been watching that video or is watching it as we speak. Um, cool. I appreciate you. Go back through more of them. Quit trying to do weird stuff with them now, but go ahead. Share them with your community and friends. Chop them up, make nice things for me. Send them to me in an email. I'll put them on the channel. See if we can't grow this beast. Man, when I think about all of it, even, I'll tell you guys something, just to change the subject briefly, because it does concern me a little bit. Um, on the 27th of this month, I think I will have been married for 29 years. I don't want to start at year 30. I didn't want to start at year 29. I prayed to the Most High. I couldn't understand why it was taking 10 years to get a divorce. Have a blessed one, March. Um, 10 years. You don't love me. I don't love you. We haven't been near each other since 2011, physically. Why can I get this divorce? I couldn't understand it. I had to stop trying to get a why because no answers were coming. No one was helping. So I just turned to God. I'm like, listen, I know divorce ain't really your thing. You know? But did you really put us together in the first place? That's one. Two, you know, seriously, is this how it's supposed to be? I'm asking you, the universe, whatever it is, do whatever you gotta do. I need a divorce from this man. I've done everything that I can. The fact that he doesn't, it's not a me problem, Father. So please don't hold me accountable. So we started Divorce Watch 2023 early this year. There have been no updates except for me to say that I refiled it or reopened the divorce case here in Arizona, and I'm doing my best to find the means to pay for a process server in Georgia so I can get it over. I wouldn't let it stop me though, so I did everything else that I could, you know, continue to work, go to school, live my life. He's living his life with someone else as if she's his wife, and that's absolutely fine with me because I don't want it. She's not entitled to my benefits. She's not entitled to my inheritance. She's not entitled to any fucking thing that I supported in the 20 years. So at the end of the day, even though I'm in another state, I'm gonna keep fighting. I'm gonna make this case go my way. Heard, Matriarch. How is it homeschooling? Nice. You know how I feel about homeschooling. I'm very thankful that I had the opportunity to stay at home with my children for all those years and then homeschool and work and a host of things. It gave me the opportunity to pour into them the things that I saw as valuable, not what the predominant culture sees as valuable. You know what I mean? So my kids ain't out here trying to get the next best pair of Jordans. They are trying to pick up the latest PS, whatever. However, they are beyond intellectual. And baby, let's just talk about it. The youngest one was born behind the veil. Y'all never had a chance at it. That's the blessing and the joy in my journey that people can't understand. You see, Matriarch, you being a Muslim man, you may know this prophecy. I am the mother. You have to understand, whatever they choose to do, whatever religion they choose to take on today is something different, and you're supposed to grow in your spiritual journey. So you may start in one place, but you're going to end up with the Most High. That's all that matters, right? So we were Muslim when my three sons were born. There are three of them, and the youngest one was born behind the veil. There is no Islamic prophecy out there about that. Also includes the caliphate. You see, this is that thing. We live in a patriarchal society. However, it is a false patriarchy. It's false. And inside of this false patriarchy, they believe that only a man can lead. So, seeing the ability to lead in me, knowing the prophecy, there are plenty of Muslims who would seek to silence. Yeah. My name is JP, the aspiring matriarch, for a reason. I am the female head of the family unit. I lead from this side, he leads from over there. We work together in tandem. That's a well-oiled machine. That's what the Father, the Most High. Oh, it's straight out of a movie, that little scene, her chasing the ball down. There's an adorable little girl. She was on the swing, I believe it's her grandfather ages. She's like 2.5, maybe 3. Yeah, and here comes her dad right now, the father. But she's got this little beach ball, and she was chasing it. She couldn't get it to stop. And he said, "Get it," and she said, "I can't get it." And she just kept, because every time that she would like lunge forward a little bit, her little foot would kick the ball further down, or it would just keep rolling. And then the one time that she tried to lunge out and get it, it still got ahead of her, and she almost had a little face plant, but in that adorable baby way where you're just like, "Oh, come here, let me pick you up and pet you. It's gonna be okay." She's super cute, made for the day. She's got on her glasses. And if it wasn't Tuxin, you'd think she was ready to go to the beach. She said, "You following me, Pops?" Very cute. This is what every little girl should have. Her father was standing out by the street because she was getting too close, and granddad's trying to steer her back to the other side. Neither of them saying to her, "You're in danger," just protecting her from the danger, and allowing her to be. See, and then I'm gonna get out of here. That's the man you submit to. The man who sees you running wild and free, and rather than trying to corral you or harness your energy, he just wants to give you a safe environment to do it in. I remember being her age and having love like that in my life. It's been a long time. Her innocence is protected every day. And every other little kid out there. That's why I get up and keep going and I'll keep telling my story and keep fighting for change. Because no child should have their innocence stolen. And every adult should be able to express a childlike innocence without fear of repercussion. We should all be able to live wild and free. Hey, shout out to Rick Ross. I saw him dancing on that little video, bruh. Okay, come on, we'll do a two-step together one day. I thought that was amazing. Just to see him, you gotta think about it. His story, all of that. There he is, standing in the middle of his field, drinking whiskey. Oh, was it? Yeah, it was brown liquor. It was dark liquor anyway. Standing in the middle of his field, drinking brown liquor and dancing with the homies, and it was totally okay. Absolutely amazing. Even so much so that he shared it with the public. That's pretty freaking awesome. Cause he's got the type of exterior that would make you think he never had any of that in him. Right. You had to see a little tipsy teenage black boy Joy in the form of Rick Ross, I suppose. Okay. Whatever he's been through, he was able to move beyond it and do that. That in itself is something I'm thankful that God gave to me to share with you. Anyway, you guys, it's after 11. All right. I think I'm going to go and put my toes in the grass and then catch a nap in the shade. So, catch a fade? Who wants to? What I say about fighting? No more fighting. No one wants to catch a fade. You want? I don't know what. Shoot a fade? No. What are we doing? Can we stop? Can we just talk? It's a conversation. It's all this fighting shit. Stop trying to fight. I'm a being of light and peace. I don't want to fight with you unless I really have to. And even then, it's probably gonna hurt me more than it's gonna hurt you. So I still don't want to. You know what I'm saying? All right, time to go. Keep your spirit. See you in the streams. God loves you. I do too. Love yourself. Keep your hands to yourself.